Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Hit it, Frank! What's up, everybody?
No, what's up at the beginning really brought me back to reality that we are in fact doing a Topless podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a cross episode of Broad Motherfucking Topics with our girl Shenk podcast.
Hi, it's the collab episode.
We have it's me, Kim Congdon.
It's me, Alex Scarlato.
And me, Sara Weinshenk.
It's truly the collab you guys have all been waiting for. I know we've done this show together before, but not like this.
It's funny that we can't even be 60 seconds into it and we haven't brought up
the fact that we're topless, without shoes, like inside of a rock.
How did we get here? Well, let's start the pod.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
and break it down, sweetheart. Because we have been on one. We are Valley girls, true and true now.
We are full Topanga. We've gone full Canyon.
We've gone full Canyon.
It's the 70s in our minds.
It's the 70s in our mind. We got together yesterday.
Oh, did we?
It's been a long fucking day and night.
We've been through it. So first thing we did was what?
So our plan was to go to the beach yesterday.
That's it.
That was it. We said, let's go to the beach. It'll be nice. And boy, did we go to the beach.
Boy, and look where we're at now. And look where the fuck we ended
It's almost
up.
like we'll never come back from the beach.
No.
We're just there forever now.
Yes.
We live this lifestyle.
Yeah.
No one just gets topless on a podcast unless they've been changed. And they say, don't change Topanga. Let Topanga change you.
And now we're changed. We're different.
Dude, I spent one day in this canyon and I'm this person now forever.
It's wild. G-Mike's gonna... I'm sorry you have to edit this and really...
I think G-Mike's stoked she's editing this.
Yeah,
Not
G-Mike...
us apologizing to the editor the
For giving
entire
him-
podcast.
Sorry for giving you
free
6
titties.
tits.
6 tits.
Sorry for giving you 3 pairs of titties, baby. But you're gonna have to adjust. So yeah, we planned on going to the beach yesterday. Our plan was to go on a hike and then go to the beach. And boy, did we go to the beach. We went to the first beach and we were so excited.
Sorry, I just got a recollection of what happened
we
at
have
the
so
first
much to talk about, bro. It's crazy.
Beach?
We're only at the first beach. Mm-hmm. The first beach, so I was very excited.
So
the camera's at 20%.
Oh no, press the button, press close.
Okay.
It should last.
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on.
When we get the 10%er, we'll worry.
Yeah.
So we get to the beach, and I'm so excited to get to the beach. I'm a beach girl.
Kim runs out ahead of us from the parking lot.
I'm
I
like
don't
a
even
kid.
know where she is.
Yeah. And so we come up on her. She's only gotten like 20 feet ahead of us, by the way. We're crossing a tiny parking lot. We lose her for 1 second. Mm-hmm. And when we find her, she's talking to this like tall, hot black dude.
She's like posted up with this black guy that it looks like she's known him since.
Like they've been on a date at least the entire afternoon and are hitting it off. But it truly seems like they've known each other for years. He walks away for a second and we're like, hey, Kim, where'd you go? And she's like, oh, Theo's going to lend me his surfboard later.
Like, who's Theo?
Like he's a guy who we're already supposed to know.
Listen, if you know me, you know that I'm like pretty like I am a comedian and I talk a lot to my friends, but I'm pretty antisocial when I like go out. Like I don't talk to strangers. I don't like open up and like make conversations. When I'm at the beach, I am a different bitch.
She's a golden retriever.
I'm a golden retriever at the beach. I want to talk to everyone. I want to make friends. I want to know the locals. It is like
she'll learn a different language to talk to you.
I'll do whatever you need.
I've seen you talk to people who don't speak English on the beach.
Yeah, I love the beach. So Theo comes right up and he tells me I look beautiful, and
that's the way to Kim's heart. You got to open with a compliment.
It is truly.
Well, the thing is that he started off so strong. He did everything right in those first few minutes. You were hooked. You were in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in, and he offered me the surfboard, and then he was cool about it. He was like, "You look beautiful today. I'm gonna surf. Hey, when I'm done, you can try this foam top out. It'll be fun. You're gonna do great."
He disappears onto the surfboard.
Disappears so
Kim's
hot.
watching him
We
like a
love it.
hawk.
It's like he becomes very elusive all of a sudden.
Yeah.
However, when he reemerges.
Well, before
later in the
he
afternoon.
reemerges, I was on his dick for that board.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you were on his dick for his dick, and also the board.
Yeah, I was kind of into him at first.
We saw. We know.
We know.
We thought we were like,
like,
should we even take her to
we
the beach, or
leave?
should we just let her do her thing with this guy?
I think all three of us were like, she may have found her husband.
Yeah, at first.
At first.
But, and then, like, we almost, because we were supposed to go to a party last night, at one point I was like, oh, I could see him hanging out with us, like, all night.
Me too.
I thought we were gonna take him to the second beach.
Me
for
too.
a minute.
Dude, I thought this guy was going to be with me for the rest of our lives. It was crazy how
He was perfect. He was hot. He had like the dreads.
tall, dreads, hot, friendly.
Sweet.
Was also like, yeah, I skate, but the local guys are letting me try to surf, so I'm going to try and surf today. You should try. Like, cool, like...
Just your energy. Exactly what you wanted to do yesterday. You were like, as soon as the idea of surfing came up,
I manifested a board.
She watched this man in the water. She was like, I think he looks tired out there. He's coming back soon. Like,
She was stalking him like it was her prey. She was like at the side of the beach. She was like, I think Theo's out of the water. I'm going to go get the board.
you think he's gonna get out of the water and not walk in our direction? Because I'll be really upset. I'll go chase him.
I wanted that board more than I wanted that man. I wanted to surf so badly.
I believe you there.
And that's a rarity for me. I really
To
wanted
want
that.
anything more than the man.
Yeah. And
a sport.
Kim loves men. I'll tell
Kim
you
loves
that much.
men and adventures.
Kim loves a man and an adventure. And I really, really wanted that. And when Theo came back, well, I took the board for a minute and I left you guys.
Okay, when you left us, that's when the first red flag emerged.
Yeah. Because so he's out of the water for the first time. He's made a friend out of you. And he comes over to hang out with us while you're in the water. And Kim's, by the way, paddling away like she was born on a surfboard. Like, you got out there real quick. We're all proud.
Yeah.
You saw me micromanaging when Theo was going out. He was paddling out. And I go, oh, he shouldn't have been on the board yet. He should be pushing it, man.
He should be going around. That
Yeah,
way.
yeah. I was like being bossy about it and shit.
Not you backseat surfing.
So then he comes back. So he comes back while Kim's fucking in the water to hang with us to wait for Kim. And when he comes back, he looks crazier. He's got sand everywhere. It's like all over his face. It's in his eyebrows.
He started rolling around in the sand before coming over
To get warm
us. Like,
specifically.
yeah, he was cold in the water. He was like, the sand's so warm, yo. Like, really on his lips, getting it everywhere.
He didn't
Like,
care, which
yeah.
I still was. It was
personally, I
not.
like, it's childlike.
it's
It
childlike.
was a lot for me, to be honest, because it was so much sand.
I saw that. I said, free spirit. He's going to go
Yeah.
back in the water. He's going to be fine.
Yeah.
It was not like a personality deal breaker yet.
And then we find out, Sarah and I find out that he's from Florida, from kind of around Kim's area. And I was like, oh, Kim's going to love that. You guys will have so much to talk about. Whatever.
However-
I'm still on board with him at this point.
However-
Even sand and all, he's that hot at first appearance.
However, the first red flag is when I go, so where do you live? And he goes, a little bit here, a little bit there.
That's never
I
a
was
good
like,
answer.
what?
He gave us a real Harrington answer for where he lives.
It was like, okay, so you don't live anywhere.
And then he said, well, I got here yesterday and my car broke down, so now I'm just on the beach. And this man really had the energy of not getting to the beach yesterday. He's been on the beach for a week at least.
no, yeah, he was. I think he was
Mentally?
a white person when he got there. He had been there a while. Like, he knew all the locals. I mean, Kalani came by and he was like, Kalani.
Celebrities were on the beach. He
knew them.
yeah.
He asked Kalani if he could guess
on a
on her track.
Yeah, this is like as things. Okay, so fucking spoiler
So
alert.
I
As
know-
the day goes on, we realize this person's crazy.
No, he gets and not only
Mentally ill crazy.
Not only does he get mentally ill crazy, he also physically gets uglier.
He gets okay. No,
Yeah.
there's so much. Okay,
Yeah.
so you come back.
I come back.
And you had the best
And
little
I'm
surf ever.
excited.
You're injured a little bit. You've hurt yourself in 2 places.
Iconic.
Iconic how we all got injured yesterday.
Yeah, I hit my head at the top of a rock, scraped it, screamed.
So Kim gets back and Theo is happy to see her. He's like, you could tell he hasn't flirted since he went homeless.
Yeah. And you know,
Or it hasn't
that's
gone
what I
well,
like
at
to see
least.
in a man. Excitement when I'm walking towards him. He sits up.
He was really hitting all the check marks.
He was like a puppy, and you were like his owner.
Let me tell you
That's how
something.
he was acting, and you were loving it.
Theo almost had a home.
That's why
Theo almost got taken in.
not
honey.
homeless men checking all our boxes.
Oh, the bar is
Free
to
spirit.
the floor, honey. The bar's in hell.
The bar's definitely in hell when you're entertaining a homeless man who's rolling around in sand.
The way that I liked him for you. I liked him for you. He tricked me too.
He tricked us all, honey. From the beginning, it seemed like they were soulmates. And then as, 20 minutes into the beach trip, it became clear he was completely unhinged.
So
unhinged.
Kim comes back, and we're chatting with him, and he's sitting there being pretty chill. And I tell Kim, she comes back, she doesn't really know. Now, at this point, me and Sarah know him better than Kim does. Yeah. And she comes back, she goes, how is he? And I go, he's a beacon of positivity. He's all of the light in the world.
Alex still likes him at this point. She's like...
Because we can't say that he verbally was only good vibes. He's telling us things like, yeah, girls, you got to go out and chase your dreams. You can't let society put you in a box. He's really
he knows what to say to get us to fuck.
He's a young, hot philosopher at this point.
He's like one of those kids who's like, I don't need college to tell me that I could just go out and do whatever I need in the world. He's like 24.
He's telling us everything we read in Instagram captions every day.
Shit we know, we think about while we're tripping, but it's like cute that he's figuring it out, so we're like allowing it, you know?
He's like, yeah, you know, it's all about getting into flow. I'm like, that's true. Finding flow is important.
But then he starts getting a little wackadoo. I sit down next to him.
The rock comes out of nowhere, by the way.
Suddenly in his hand, he's got
he manifests a rock the size of our heads in his hand.
What? But it's like a perfect rock in his fist.
Where was I?
Well, you were kind of...
You might have taken a walk to the water, whatever it was.
I probably checked out. After I found out he was homeless, I was like, oh shit, I'm out.
No,
I can't even engage.
We gotta go to the second
After
beach.
we found out he was homeless, we were all like, what have we done?
Yeah, because we have been truly... It's like inviting a vampire in.
Yeah, and now he's in the house.
I'm out of blood.
He was already in the house, dude, for sure.
Yeah, he was already in the house, and he starts getting a little cray.
It's like a virus.
Well, he talked about the dog before the rock. That's what fucked us up.
I think the rock was in his hand while he's talking about the dog. Because first of all, he's banging this rock onto the sand as he's talking positivity to us. He's like, the world's about good stuff. And you could just hear the hollowness of him, how hard he's banging this rock against the ground while he's having this beautiful, positive talk.
But the rock is like a rock in a movie that you kill someone with.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect fist-sized rock that you could just punch someone in the side of the head with.
We could feel, I'm like a few feet away from him, and I could feel like the hollowness of the earth. I could feel the rock hitting my feet. How hard he's
banging. And he's looking more intensely in our eyes as he's banging.
He's getting really serious. He's got like, it's too much.
And sort of this split thing starts happening where he goes from like very friendly and we feel very safe with him to feeling unsafe.
Yes.
Would you agree?
Yeah. It was a very threatening physicality for how light-hearted the conversation was.
Well, then I start looking at him and I start noticing just how strong he is. He's been out
Which
on
was
beach.
the part that hooked us to begin with.
The thing that hooked us is what scared us in the end.
I wanted you to date him so I could look at him.
Yeah, no, he was a good-looking dude. Everything was fine.
Great teeth for a homeless guy.
It seemed like he was killing it at life. He had access to a surfboard. He had compliments. He had good energy. And then suddenly he turned into a sand-infested...
He called himself the Sandman. He came crawling out of the sand. Like, he hid himself in the sand.
I don't like that.
And he crawled in front of us. He's like, I'm the Sandman.
You could only see his eyes popping out like an alligator of the sand. It was too much.
He did have a weird look, a twinkle in his eyes.
His eyes shifted.
It's schizophrenia.
Okay.
Dude.
It's schizophrenia fully.
It's the look of it.
It's a look of schizophrenia. It's like he physically, I swear to God, he went from 6'2" to 5'9".
He truly did, by the way. I keep calling him hot as a memory of that first sighting of him, but by the end of the day, he was a monster.
He was tall. He was handsome. By the time he was next to us,
his skin was glowing in the sun when
He's
we first
a shapeshifter.
He was a shapeshifter.
He fucking shifted from a reptile into a dragon.
It was crazy. It was crazy, and you're right. I think he is a shapeshifter.
So
he looked different all the time.
Yes.
So then the conversation goes on, and he's like telling us about his day, about how his morning started.
This is where it gets weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because right now, we're at the point where he's different, but we're almost gaslighting ourselves into thinking maybe we're being judgy. We're also on mushrooms.
Also, I forgot that we were on
acid.
we're on a little bit of drugs.
Mushrooms.
But what I was going to say is that we are like really open-minded people. Like, you can be really weird and a little bit off-putting, and we will give you the benefit of the doubt.
We're tits out on the side of a fucking rock. Who are we to judge? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we're trying our best to be accepting of everyone.
We-
But when you come with weird energy, you're going to get called out, Sandman.
Truly takes us
Sandman.
all day to judge you. This is like a testament to how long we will give the person like a chance.
I mean, we were still
Yeah.
nice to him after he told us this next thing, which was that he talks to dogs.
He said,
I just
was
finished
walking
talking
on-
to a dog.
I was walking on the beach a few minutes ago. I was talking to this dog, and we were like,
As a
what?
joke, we were like, what'd he say? And he really was like, no, the dog was really talking
Okay.
back. That's what he said. And he kind of got offended.
Yeah,
He would
and-
get offended when we didn't believe in his, like,
Yeah.
thing.
So shit gets quiet for a second. And I'm like, well, for real, what did he say? And this guy gives us, when I tell you, the most realistic answer I've ever heard. He goes, the dog was like, hey, what's up? How are you? It's so nice to see you. We're at the beach.
We're at the beach.
I'm so happy to be at the beach. It was exactly what a dog would say at the beach. Verbatim.
Yeah, but he was the kind of crazy that if he was lying, he'd be like, the dog said that, like, just keep moving.
Exactly. That's
So it's almost like it was odd that he translated, like,
the dog
when
didn't
he said
have
it, he
a
was
message that was like fucking weird.
he
or,
was so crazy that I was like,
I
he
believed
might
him.
be able to hear the dog.
And then Kim was
he
like,
was so off.
Kim really offered her hand out in a moment of friendship, and she was like, you know, you really shouldn't tell people that you could talk to dogs. And he was like, why? Like really confused, really like
Well, what? No,
profoundly
he
confused.
said
He
said he wants to hit a recording studio and he wants to live his dreams and he wants to tell everybody about the things he can do. And I said, if you do get into, because at this point he had left us to go say hi. He saw Kalani. She's like a huge like music artist, and she was at the beach next to us. And he left us to go say hi to her because he had just told us that he does music as well. And then when he came back, he was like, yeah. He said the talk to dogs thing, and he's like, when I get into Kalani's studio, I can't wait to tell her like how my mind works. I go, when you get in the studio, just as a professional, and I go, if he does get in, because this guy's a master manifester. I don't care if he's nuts.
no, you
He
could
gets-
tell.
you could
He
tell-
gets what he
He left a
wants.
surfboard?
He had the best day ever
He
yesterday.
had the best day ever. He tried to fuck me at the. We'll get to that.
Shit, I forgot.
What?
All right, guys, let's take a quick minute and talk about one of our newest sponsors here at Broad Topix. It's Pretty Boy Skincare. This is the skincare product that all you girls need to be getting for your man, and it's also going to be the first skincare item that you'll be stealing from him once you do get it. So really often we try a new facial routine like cleansers, toners, serums, and sometimes we really love that routine, but none of us could really count on our boyfriends or husbands or sons or any of the men in our lives to be consistent with a routine like we are. So that's where Pretty Boy Skincare comes in. Pretty Boy is a one-stop moisturization routine developed for men, but always safe enough for a female's more complex skincare concerns. So that's pretty cool. Like imagine your man having something that you don't mind using. Awesome. Anyways, we know our boyfriends and our husbands put off treating their skin, and they wouldn't really know what to do with it if they wanted to treat it. That's kind of our job, and Pretty Boy Skincare is here to make our job a little bit easier. So many men neglect the simple things, and skincare is definitely one of those simple things. The guys in our lives need help in so many areas, and Pretty Boy Skincare is an easy answer and an easy way to get our men as clean and handsome as possible. Pretty Boy uses the highest level of dermatologist-preferred ingredients, and they've taken out all of the fluff from their formula. There's no caribou moss or meadow foam sea oil or woodworm eye deflator. It's just the stuff that dermatologists have proven to be effective. So say goodbye to dry skin, fine lines and wrinkles, dark spots, and all of that razor irritation. With Pretty Boy's Revival, the men you love most will address all the issues they've been avoiding. So right now, go to yoprettyboy.com and check out how their products will improve the skin of the dudes in your life who you love the most. That's yoprettyboy.com. And when you're there, if you use the promo code BROADS15, that's BROADS15, you're going to get 15% off your order. So one last time, yoprettyboy.com, promo code BROADS15 for 15% off your order. You might want to even order an extra bottle for yourself because this stuff's really good. It works. It'll keep your skin nice and beautiful.
I had to feel them off of me.
At the end,
You didn't know they had a moment?
I did see at one point Kim's face feel.
No, there was a point where we had to run almost. Like
I had to push him off me.
We need to walk away fast enough that he doesn't notice that we're kind of running.
Yeah. So he comes back and he says, yeah, when I get in the studio, I'm going to show people the real me. And I say, maybe don't, if you do get into the studio, if Kalani lets you in her studio, I was like, don't tell her that you can hear dogs. And he goes like this. Why wouldn't I tell her that? He was like disgusted that I would be like, you should hide that.
So you're taking him out of his schizophrenic fantasies.
Yeah. And then I got scared because then he started pounding the rock again. I was like, oh, I've angered him.
Really important thing. We forgot that like 2 seconds before we noticed that he's a little crazy, we did give him a little drugs.
Yes.
We gave him mushrooms.
We gave him the tiniest we gave him
I gave him a tiny amount on purpose.
That you wouldn't know. Yeah. He asked us for acid and I had more on me, but I was like,
you're talking to dogs? You're good.
Yeah, I was like, I can't. Well, this was even before we found out, but even then I was like, I can't give a strange homeless person acid if they end up arrested or like killing somebody. That's going to be on me. It's crazy. But we did dose him with the tiniest bit of mushrooms, and I think that maybe he thought he was tripping. Maybe he kind of manifested
I think that's
a
what it was.
placebo effect kind of thing.
I honestly think that that's what it was. It kind of made him weird in his own head.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that lizard.
Oh my God, there's a lizard actually doing push-ups. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Yes.
I
I've never seen a lizard do a full plank.
Not the lizard trying to fuck. Not the lizard coming up and doing abs.
I've never seen more push-ups than since I got here, by the way. Everybody on the beach was doing push-ups yesterday. I was like, people, relax. You're hot enough.
Yeah, that bitch who was doing the plank at the beach, I was like, honey, go home. The one who didn't want her photo taken, same bitch.
Oh, no.
Doing plank. She goes... Yeah, she comes up to us. She's like, where are your sunglasses from? And then we have a whole moment.
Because we saw her while she was literally... Look at the moon.
Oh, hey,
yeah.
Mommy Moon.
So
Whoa.
we see this woman while she's literally posing for a photo, speaking out loud, saying, oh no, I hate getting my
She's like
photo
this.
taken. She poses for the photo and then she turns to us and she goes, sorry girls, I'm a little quirky.
She was disgusting, and we were like, yeah.
She thinks she's quirky because she doesn't like getting her photo taken.
Not a quirky girl telling us she's quirky.
Oh, gross. Not us calling a 60-year-old woman a girl.
She wanted that though. She would have
called herself
loved that.
Dude, she would have ate that up. We should send her the podcast link.
She could hear us call her a girl.
Right now.
She tricked me into it.
She'd send it to her husband. See, I still got it.
Where are we with Theo?
Well, at this point, we've had enough, and we're going to a different beach.
More than enough.
At this point, we had moldy fruit and he ate it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we ate a couple of these strawberries before finding one that we didn't like and deciding we're going to ditch the whole batch. And the way that we were like, they're moldy, you shouldn't eat them. And he was like, can I have all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, truly,
The man was hungry.
the man was hungry, he was homeless, and he was manifesting fruit salads on the beach. He was manifesting surfboards. He was manifesting mental illness, too.
Powerful dude. He's the next Kanye.
Yeah.
He's also
Oh,
a
yeah,
rapper.
I could see that.
Yeah, I could see him being like a Kanye. He
Yeah.
was like absolutely nuts, but Theo might make it.
Yeah.
Theo at the end, and then we decided to leave. Theo's like, oh, Kim. Then this is where he starts getting horny because I'm like trying to leave because he's getting crazier and
We
crazier.
told him we were going to a second beach, and he had a vibe of wanting to come along, but we caught it immediately and shut it down.
Yes. None of us were giving even a moment of it. I would have straight up said, we're having a girls' day. Like, no.
Yeah.
I literally, at one point, just stopped looking him in the eyes because I was like, don't look at him and give him too much because then he'll want to come.
One thing about Sarah, she loves to check out early. We'll get into that.
Oh, no.
I love logging off. if you know
She
what I
loves
mean.
that. She loves a log off, but
Ew,
like
that was insane,
a sudden.
Sarah.
No, we'll get into it.
I'm
We'll get into
Now
it.
you're
God.
dragging me for resting again. Sorry, I'm a well-rested queen.
So, what was I gonna say?
So we're
in the
leaving
car.
the beach. We're about to go.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, not yet, girls. Like, he's like into it.
He's kind of like upset that we're leaving, and he's like, "Oh, y'all just gonna leave me like that? Y'all are gonna become my friend, and then just leave me like that?" And then he's like
yes.
almost getting angry that we're leaving him, and it's fine, whatever, right?
We did invite the vampire in.
Yeah, we go to leave, and then he's like, "Kim, I'm not gonna see you again. Like, come on, hang out." And I go, "Theo, I have a feeling we'll be seeing each other again. So I feel like you
live on this beach. Well, that's the thing. By the end of the trip, by this point, he's walking around like Scrapper Joe.
He knows it.
He doesn't have his land legs. He seems like he just came out of the ocean. He's fully. I was like,
he's the regular at the beach. That's the crazy guy, but he was the hot guy.
He's Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Yes.
But black.
There's a thing that happens with the guy who's been on the beach too long, where he can't stand up straight anymore. It's almost like he's like on a ship or drunk.
Yes.
Like it's like a really weird sway. The arms go side to side. The arms like dangle. You know exactly what I'm talking
like
about.
drunk off nature.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's like displaying a little bit of that now.
Of homeless schizo beach energy.
He looks just like a young black Scrapper Joe.
Yes. So I go to leave. He gives me a hug, but then he grabs my waist. Did you see that?
I did see
He got
that.
touchy.
And he pulls me in, and I grab his hand and I go, "Oh no, Theo!" And he instantly, what I appreciate is he sort of maybe thought in his head, because at first I was flirting with him, so I don't see it as an issue that he would like try to hug me more.
Shooter's gonna shoot, honey.
Shooter's gonna shoot. If he would have been a hot, cool guy, I would have been into it.
Yeah.
You were into it before.
Yeah. These birds think we're dead. They're surrounded. The Vulcans are trying to eat us.
No.
Look, they think we're gonna die if you look.
The Vulcans?
Yeah. No. I was gonna let it slide almost.
I gotta address the Vulcan comment.
Vultures. And falcons.
Oh, yeah.
You went Vulcan like the gas company in Texas.
What's a Vulcan? That's a bird too.
I think it's a combination of vulture and falcon.
I don't know. It seems like it could be a.
I think it's a bird. Anyways, so
Not us getting technical about birds suddenly.
So we want to hit a second beach.
We want to hit a second beach.
And we do.
Yeah. So we peel away from Theo. We hit El Matador.
We get an acai bowl and then we hit El Matador.
Yeah, which you've heard about on this podcast before.
The problem with El Matador is the last podcast that me and Alex did.
Yeah.
We talked about how the last time me and you went to the beach. Because when me and Alex went, and we've talked about this cave before. I'm so sorry to bring it up again to our listeners, but we have to talk about this. Every time I go to El Matador Beach in California, it is different. I don't know what to tell you. I am on drugs almost every time I go. But I'm
in full disclosure.
But full
I'm
disclosure,
full of psilocybin. But besides that,
full disclosure, I'm on drugs almost everywhere I go, and it doesn't change every time.
I agree with that.
Most of my life is very normal.
It doesn't shift me to that much of a different place the way that physically being at El Matador does.
Yes, El Matador is I swear to God, a portal to a different world. It always feels different. When I went with my sister once, it was really foggy. When I went with Alex. When I went with you the first time, like 2 summers ago, remember when we did the iconic sunglass post?
Oh yeah, never forget.
Never forget, honey.
We were doing a little too much that
we were quoting what's her name? Not Bia. Doja Cat. The Doja Cat caption.
What was it?
Something about poison.
Poison?
We were on one, honey.
What was the poison caption? This is gonna get me.
I need devotion. That song. You know that song? You messing with a bitch with potions. You trying to cast spells on a bitch with potions.
Yeah. I need devotion. Yeah.
Okay. Not us making that the caption, but that's
not us going full fucking zone.
Yes,
with
but
a
that's
Doja Cat caption.
When we went there and we went in that cave we did an MTV Cribs there. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we were fucked up. We're like, hey, this is MTV Cribs.
There was only sand. It was a giant cave.
It was only sand.
We could jump. We could climb. We could do whatever we wanted.
We could roll around.
We could do anything we wanted in it. It was the cave was our oyster.
The cave was our oyster.
Then when me and Alex went, Sarah, a few months later.
Yeah.
When we walked in the cave, the ceiling was like
this.
about this.
Was like this, yeah.
And the ground was about here.
Yeah.
And it was full of rocks.
It was full of rocks, little rocks, big rocks, sand, everything. It was fucked up.
It was, and I was like, I was like, no, I swear, when I came in here with Sarah, it was open and we could do it. And we could have fun in here, and it was like so cool. And Alex was like, Alex and my friend Hormos both said it has to be a different rock that physically cannot happen. And then when I went with you last week, it was open again, sandy.
It was open and sandy for sure.
Huge.
And then
when we went yesterday, It was about halfway in between the two.
It was nice from what I seen.
This is what my question is. And this is something Alex brought up yesterday, which is could it be that since the ocean moves, that like it shifts the rocks?
But the rocks is not the problem. It's the headspace that fucks me up. How, when we walked in, this was the amount of space from the ground to the... Are you telling me...
The water level also changes. The water level changes with the moon, I feel like.
Yeah, the beach could be, like, maybe you're not noticing how much longer the beach sometimes is, how much further away it is to the water, and the...
We're going to have to bring on a fucking scientist to explain to us.
I don't know, though, because we would be able to tell how far the water comes up, because you have to go around those caves where it can't... You know what I'm talking about. We would
that
know.
high.
It's never.
Nothing
it's always up or
makes
about
sense.
the same amount.
Yeah.
Actually, the water line would have been.
We could see through the hole.
Yeah.
So it would at least be halfway through the hole, which means it wouldn't have been that much. It still doesn't make sense for us to only have this much.
It doesn't
headroom.
make sense.
When we went in yesterday, we had. Am I wrong?
But you said
12, 13 feet of headroom above us.
You said that you learned that the ocean could move rocks up to like a half a ton or something.
If there's
like
a
that.
storm, but this is between this week and last week, and
But-
there wasn't a storm.
But there's different tides, and like the water levels change.
But that means that the different tides would have to bring in boulders like
you'd be afraid to
Listen,
swim there because
you think I know how fucking nature works? I'm just out here.
This is why we keep getting called stupid, by the way, because we could keep going back to this same point that we are truly stupid about. We just don't know the answer. We're amazed by the thought of it.
It's the biggest mystery that's ever happened in my life that I can't solve.
Do you see like somebody mooning you in that rock?
Yes, I did see the butt earlier.
The butt is
Oh my
all I
God.
could think of.
Yeah, that rock. I've been staring at that rock's ass for a
That rock has a
minute.
fucking nice ass, too.
Put it away.
I just remembered we're topless outside.
Yeah, no.
Did you guys forget?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah, but the viewers didn't.
They're gone. They came 20 minutes ago. We have 3 women listening right now.
And they're all happy to still be here.
Yes, thank you for listening.
Okay,
if
but
you're
so
still
like
listening.
yesterday we were supposed to go to a party. There was talks of this party that my friend was going to have. There was going to potentially be a drum circle, a DJ.
The party was hyped up.
I was
weeks.
so excited, dude. This sounded like my kind of party to the most extreme degree you could imagine. It was everything about my personality in a party.
It was all of our personalities combined in a party, and it was going to be the event of a lifetime. However, then my friend goes, I'm canceling the party like an hour before
It's
the party.
the other party's supposed to be at 8 and then at like 7 it's canceled.
So we're at the beach.
So wait, we hang out at El Matador for a while. We have a fun time.
No. But
Listen, we get a little wild there. Let's do
Ah.
that. It was Girls Gone Wild at El Matador. We found the private part of the beach where we could go a little bit nuts.
We went nuts. We went nuts at the beach. They're like they ate each other out.
We ended the day by building.
me pissing behind a rock. Like, oh, it was a wild time, guys.
Me and Sarah watched Kim build a little shrine, and we got out of there before the tide got too
You know, I
high.
enjoyed building my shrine.
Builds a shrine everywhere. It's really cute.
No, it's a lot for me. When Kim goes full Survivor, when she's like, come on, she'll like get a twig and she'll start walking around like it's her walking stick.
She builds a thing the size of a
she's like-
tripod and calls it a shelter.
At
Yeah.
one point, Sarah's feet were sunburned, and she walked away to go put her feet in the water. And I go to Alex, and I go, "We're gonna have to vote her off because she's gonna be too weak in the merge."
We had a discussion.
And Alex looks me straight in the eye and goes, "If you're gonna vote her off, what's gonna stop you from voting me off?" And I was like,
I said, what happens when I walk away like she does for 1 second? Are you going to talk to other people about me like
you guys
that?
forming an alliance behind my
Don't
fucking
worry, she
back.
had your back, honey.
Yes, because you're a
Honey.
vulture, honey.
I'm a Vulcan.
We're gonna vote you off the island.
Yeah,
Dude,
honey.
if we're
I already
having-
found my idol, baby. You know I was in the woods looking for my idol. You're gonna vote me off. I'm gonna bring the idol, and I'm gonna say, actually, you're both voted off.
To be honest, you just went full Survivor. And now you're making references about things I don't know.
Well,
like
you're
the
having-
idol. What is that?
Imaginary talks of betrayal, you have to go hard. You can't just like, give in to the other person's wishes too quick. Why even do it?
Yeah.
Kim goes full Survivor. I thought she was gonna fucking whip out her phone and start tweeting Jeff Probst. That's
I've
your
done-
favorite thing to do.
know,
Is in a moment of weakness when she's feeling a little thirsty, like she needs a little something. She tweets Jeff Probst.
There's a guy currently on Survivor who's so hot. And I've been watching every week, and my friend Hormos makes a joke. He's like, we have to put a towel down for Kim if she's coming this week. Because he's so hot. He's so hot on Survivor. And I jumped into his DMs.
You slid into the guy from Survivor's DMs.
Yeah.
What was your opening? I feel like you would have had a strong opening.
Hard eyes, hard eyes, hard eyes, hard eyes.
No.
Yeah.
That's what you led with? You're
I gotta
normally
tell you-
smart and clever, honey. That wasn't your best.
I want to tell you one thing men don't like is smart and clever.
They're like dumb and full of cum.
Yeah. I've done smart and clever, and they're like, not this fucking quirky bitch. Actually quirky bitch. They don't like an actually quirky bitch.
They don't, yeah.
Yeah.
They think they do. You think you want someone with a personality till you get one of us, and then you're like, oh, this is a lot more than I signed up for.
Sorry for starting the fire myself before you got here. I was cold.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I do turn into a little bit of a Survivor honey, but we decide Sarah gets a little beached out.
Sarah gets tired a lot.
First of all, to be fair, I did a lot for me yesterday. I got up early. I drove.
Every time she tells me she does a lot, by the way, it's a list of less than two
I
things.
brushed my
And
teeth.
2 of them are just things that everyone does every day. One time she called me, she's like, I'm tired. And I just, out of curiosity, I go, what'd you do today? And she went, I did a podcast with Josh. I go, so you went and smoked weed with your friend for 3 hours.
It took it out of me. It took it out of me. The way that I podcast, it takes it out of me.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that children were coal mining at 5, and we're like, we did one 45-minute podcast, and it's like we have to go take a mental break naked in a valley canyon.
Okay, so it lasted a literal 30 minutes since
We got 10 more
do another
minutes.
10 or 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get
Should
to
we stop
Elfgate.
and get this right now? Click it, stop, and then start again so we have it.
Just in case, yeah.
Yes.
I would do that too.
At 35 minutes almost.
This is gold.
Not you saying this is gold.
Tits out.
Tits out, this is gold.
Okay, guys.
All right.
Part 2.
Part 2, titty cast.
Titties into Topanga.
So Sarah just gets tired.
So yeah, Kim and I,
she-
by the way, we both don't even have to share a word. We look each other in the eye and know that we could stay on this beach for the whole night.
The whole night.
But Sarah's so ready to go. We coax her into staying for like
15
an
more
extra 15 minutes. We also didn't bring our phones onto El Matador, which was a really nice part. We
It was
left them in the
freeing.
car. It was almost as freeing as this.
Nothing's as freeing as this.
Nothing's
We're having
as freeing as this.
female empowerment retreat in the canyon.
This is a man's word. This is what men think is going to happen when women take over. We're just going to be feral on rocks, like being like, we can build our own fires.
We don't need you no more.
Yeah. Don't worry, I still want to get pregnant.
But yeah, we need something for that.
Yeah, not I still wanted to. Never mind. Anyways, so Sarah's burnt. We're
Hold on, honey, burnt. Sarah's burnt.
Alex is.
Alex is.
You can see her legs now.
Post it.
Toasty.
You can't even see it
people.
like the
My
way.
feet are fucked, bro. That's crazy. You probably could see it.
Get a good picture. No, you can't see it in the camera. But
We'll
from this
get a
angle-
picture before the end of the
Can
day.
I get a picture of you crouched up like this?
Well, yeah, get my titties out of the picture so they don't have to edit 5 things. But yeah,
The editor's going to be working overtime
yeah,
on this.
dude. I don't want to leave
you
things
put
that
it?
might.
That's hilarious.
To be honest,
No. Yeah,
that's
save
amazing.
that.
To be honest, guys, when the editor covers our tits, I kind of want like emojis. Is that an option?
Listen, G Mike.
Hold on, listen. The
Can I
thing
get
is,
2 devils?
there's
right
a
here?
chance
The
now
devil
that this is
Satan?
going to get sent to a second producer
Why?
because Tanner would probably cover emojis.
Now Tanner's jacking off.
Tanner, I need a devil, 2 devil emojis covering
Oh,
my
2
tits.
devils.
Yeah. What do you want?
Should I do the angel
Devils?
on the other side?
A devil and an angel?
And what should you do in the middle?
I would want like I don't know,
rainbow?
unicorn, rainbow, something. Whatever's easy. I'm on the
now that's getting
producer's side.
Can I have
Specific.
cherries? I want cherries.
Yeah, we should all
Got me
do our
getting
own
jealous.
thing.
Now are you jealous of
I'm
mine?
like, cherries? I never even thought that was an option. Can I get elves? The elf emoji?
Oh boy.
We'll
It's
get
gonna be a
into it.
long show.
Listen, we
Christ.
got to get through this.
Yeah, okay.
So,
So we leave El Matador begrudgingly. Sarah's ready to go. We get in
ready
the
to go.
car.
but me and Alex aren't saying anything. We're trying to be like,
We're nice
like,
about it.
We're like kids who behave.
Yeah, we're like mom's tired. It's time that she needs to go home.
She
for
did a
little
lot
bit.
for us
Yeah.
Yeah.
today.
Mom did do a lot for you yesterday.
So we get in the car. We're driving back towards Sarah's place, and we pass by the first beach that we went to.
Where we saw Theo.
And we're just kind of like looking out the window. We're feeling good, whatever. And Sarah, as we're passing by this beach, she's like, wow, sunset's really nice on this beach. You know, a couple of our friends, the people who were supposed to be at the party are actually on this beach.
Partying.
And then she goes, wow, there's parking right there.
She goes, yeah, everybody loves this beach. It's actually the best. And then me and Alex aren't saying anything. We obviously want to go so fucking bad.
Back to the beach.
We're on drugs. Like, the beach was the most beautiful thing in the world.
Foreplay before we even go.
So then she's like, yeah, there is a parking spot. I mean, right there. And it gets kind of quiet. And she goes, do you want to go? And we were both like, yeah. And then she goes, ugh.
We're like, we couldn't believe you asked. We wanted to go so bad. We're like, yes, mommy, yes, can we go?
And then she was pissed when we wanted to.
That's not true. I was physically exhausted, okay?
But you did stop. So you stopped for us.
I stopped, and then we get there, and I go, I need to get the dog.
Yeah, no, so we get out there. We realize it's freezing now. The sun's starting to go down. And Kim goes back to get a couple sweatshirts, and Sarah decides to go back for the dog. And when Kim comes back to me, we realize we have not grabbed enough sweatshirts because it is getting cold and it's getting cold fast. And mommy left.
Not only is it cold and like Sarah left to go get the dog, we're done. we
just got over it.
We literally are like, we are kind of done. And then you had quite literally just left to get the dog. So then
I think I'm all beached out finally.
And we were cold too, like too cold.
7:30.
Well, we're sunburn cold. We both. Kim has a sunburn she hasn't even seen yet. She doesn't even notice it. I have to go to the hospital later. Burnt.
Yeah.
We're like kids that are at summer camp all day. Burnt.
Yeah, we're freezing our asses off, just concerned about how long you might take to get the dog, and then the process.
The thought of
that when you get back, the dog needs to have his time.
We go. I start making jokes. I go, Rover better get
Rover better be in and out.
No.
Let's go, Roby.
No.
So then
Are you calling the dog Frou all night?
And
Kim
Ro-Ro.
could not remember this sweet dog's name all
I
night.
can when I'm
Zoe.
sober.
The names got more creative, bro. And you said it's the only dog you've ever cared about.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. If there's any dog you should care about, it's that one.
It's
got a
Rover.
heart of gold.
Rover, dude.
Ro-Ro.
So she shows up with Frou. And by the way, this is the beach we originally were at. So we see Theo at the top.
No one makes eye contact.
We're changing clothes in disguise, putting hoods up every time
Sunglasses
we walk by
on, hair down.
and he doesn't see us.
I'm like, is that Theo? Okay. I felt like I was
Yes.
show
Like
you.
different people, by the way, because at the beginning of the day, and you could like
We were
Kim's
hot.
Kim's Instagram story told the whole thing because we looked so good going to the beach at the top of the day, and by the end of the day, we looked like feral creatures that had crawled out of the sand like Theo.
We look like we're still finishing the day now.
We are.
Yeah, we are. So we're avoiding
feral
Theo,
creatures like this right now.
and we're waiting on Sarah. She's not coming. It's getting chillier. I go, I'm going to call her and tell her my phone's dying to see where she's at. Do you remember this call?
Oh, I do remember this car. I go, I'm pulling up right now.
Yeah, and she goes 5 minutes. I was like, we got to give her 15. I was like, she's got to find parking. She's got to get Rover out. You know, like she does this thing where like she parks and then she's just in her car for a little bit.
I do. I park and then I take a minute. I don't operate like you. Okay?
When I get out of a car, I'm halfway to the destination before the door finished fully closing.
Yeah, that makes sense. The door's not even locked. You're halfway there.
No, I'm gone. I'm like at the beach. I'm like, I'm ready, prepped. Let's go.
I'm a slow moving hoe.
You are. At one point when we were turning around to the beach, I saw we were waiting in the longest line on PCH to make a left turn because when we also have to make a U-turn to turn around on this light. And the last time we did it, it was a 20-minute pit stop. I said, by the time we get to the beach, the sun's going to be gone. I made her pull an illegal Yui into the beach.
Kim's like the first AD on set. She's always keeping track of the time
Yeah.
and how much of it I'm wasting. She's like, come on, we got to get this shot in before the day's over.
Yeah.
And I'm out here like, okay.
So you come back with Rovi, and
Rovi takes a shit.
First thing the dog does is come up and take
Embarrass us.
the most giant shit I've ever
And I
seen.
don't have the bag.
And she doesn't have a bag, this cunt.
I'm not proud of it. You think I was planning on him getting out of the car and taking a huge shit? No.
Listen, I would have left that part out of the podcast. In the white world, that is cancelable, I think.
Not me getting canceled for leaving a dog shit out. I'm owning up to it. I'm saying it was wrong. Not me pleading my case.
I was embarrassed. I was like, "Get your dog away from me!" Where he's a public. He was pissing on the rocks.
The dog is a public embarrassment.
I said
He was
that.
getting nippy with some other dogs.
Sarah's also so casual about the way her dog nips at other dogs. She's like, he's friendly, and he's like,
Kim's like,
every hair on his body standing up. Literally, he's so fucking tense around this
German Shepherd.
I'm seeing a huge fight go down, and Sarah's drinking this coffee, going, "Hello, Bubba, Bubba." Did you not see the dog ready to attack?
Dude,
the dog was getting a little
he
upset.
was defending himself. Which I like, because that German Shepherd was trying to fucking hump him.
Yeah,
so
that's
that's what I like when my son stands up for himself. Okay,
You're right. You have
not
a point there.
coming for my dog.
Oh, not you calling your dog your son.
Oh, sorry.
You like how your son defends himself?
Not being a full dog mom psychopath.
You have a fur baby officially.
Truly, Sarah just goes dog mom for about 15 minutes at the beach, and it's so cute that Kim and I entertain it. We're back on board.
We're back on board.
Yeah.
We're warm again.
Yeah, we're warm. We're hanging out. Whatever. We disguise ourselves to leave. Go past Theo. Get back in the car.
We go to a dinner.
We go to dinner.
We get that bomb pizza.
We get
I
bomb
was
pizza.
at that trippy spot.
tripping there,
How
by
do
the
you
way.
explain
Same.
the pizza place to people?
It looks like it's made out of clay and then colored in like really pretty like Easter colors.
Disco balls everywhere while
Yeah.
you're eating your
Hate-
pizza,
yeah.
and it's outdoors. It's
it
really
looks like
cute.
it could be like in New Mexico, but also
Yeah.
anywhere.
It's awesome.
It's
and the whole vibe is awesome, and everyone there is awesome, and everyone's like so flirtatious and fun. The dog runs in the kitchen. I think it's the end of the world. I go, oh,
They're
we're
gonna have to shoot the dog.
yeah. Kim
in
doesn't.
Florida, that would have been a neck break. We would have been eating the dog as the next meal. Here, they were like, doggy, doggy. They were all kissing it. They were like, and then they were cooking our food. It was wild, dude.
No, literally, the chef comes out the kitchen and is like, "Thank you for bringing him."
Yes.
And I'm like shaking hands with the people because I brought the dog.
It's
We
crazy.
become
We
the
were-
stars of the pizza place.
Not us becoming the mayor of the pizza place because you
With
brought a
the
dog.
Yeah.
So
And then everyone goes, "What's his name?" I go, "Bowie," and then they go, "Because he has David Bowie eyes."
Yeah.
that canyon thing.
you know what you were doing when you did that, honey.
Honey.
And then we leave and we go back to Sarah's place, and this is where things get
Wild, dude.
absolutely
Out of
almost
control.
Almost, I would say,
Embarrassing.
not even embarrassing.
Free.
Kooky.
Kooky is the word, dude.
But I do have kooky ant energy.
Like we all
Yeah,
had 9
yeah.
cats last night. We all had cats.
We all had
back home
cats.
at our
Yeah.
apartments last night.
and
yeah.
like I don't get to like I don't always flaunt my kooky ant energy.
You can let it out around certain people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you only should. I'm glad that we're one of your safe places to be kooky because it is the best for me.
It's the best.
I have
dude.
more fun when you're kooky.
When
When I go full kooky.
When you go cuckoo, yeah.
I have 2 modes: business and kook.
Wow, look at that bird.
Right?
Kim,
2 modes: business and kook,
Oh yeah, no, there's no
there's no in between.
Business, kook, and sleep.
and sleep.
dude, if I may
3
say,
modes.
Kim, you were a vision last night.
What do you mean?
Truly, by the end of when you came through those doors, we need to
In
get
the
there.
gown.
Oh yeah.
When you made your debut, your prom night
well, we
debut.
get to Sarah's place, and
Okay.
she gives us almost like an MTV Cribs tour of the place. Like it is fucking gorgeous. It is looks like
I
Snow
love
White's
it.
palace. It is like in the middle of the woods. There's birds chirping. This moon's out. It's warm and windy. It's like a perfect Topanga Canyon night. It is. It is.
perfect temperature.
It's incredible, dude. And Sarah's showing us there's a swing you could swing. There's a jacuzzi. We could turn on the jacuzzi. There's a table. She fucking
As the night
she's-
goes on, she's whipping more and more things out. She's like, I'll be right back. I have another thing. And she brings out an LED hula hoop
She
for me
almost
to fuck
sets
around
up.
with.
She almost spends hours setting up the most magical night.
How much fun we could possibly have.
She puts me in an elf outfit.
She opens a drawer. She gives us all elf
Ears.
ears. She's got ears for everybody. She's
I
got
do.
tiara and an entire elf dress.
Because I had
Kim-
my elf phase.
Kim got dressed. I was hula hooping. I was in my own world while Kim was changing.
She had
into
a
her
toy
prom
for
night.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Kim came through those doors, and I've never seen a look on your face like that before. You looked like you felt like the belle of the ball.
Honey.
She looked great. She had because I realized this in October. Bitches in elf ears are hotter than bitches without elf ears.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the shape
never
of
knew it.
our faces specifically, all of us look better in the ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that seems weird to say.
But it was hot. I was so into myself. I kept saying that I wanted to get figgity fucked as an elf.
As an elf.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we could put the videos here since they're too much for Instagram.
And there's okay, we'll put the videos here
of me on acid wanting to get figgity fucked.
Listen, I know I've been talking a lot of shit. I need someone to come drive me. I want to be fucked in this.
Yeah.
Then also the photo shoots that Kim was taking, like true Renaissance fair photo shoots.
She was like, she had this.
There was a lot of pointing out with sleeves that came down.
I got it.
It turned a little sexual where you had the camera in front of you and you're like, what if I was an elf who's not afraid to spread her legs a little?
I was like, all high on acid. I was like, modern day elf, like smokes weed, gets fucked, plays video games.
She kept saying,
there has never been an elf like me before.
She goes, I'm not like the other elves. What if there was an elf who like smoked weed when she woke up and kind of hung out all day?
I was like, also named myself Elvelina. Elfelina.
Well, we tried to pick an elf name for you, and when I went to the elf name list, it was one name was more hideous than the next.
It was like
but I settled with one of them.
Elvira, Elfina,
Arwina. You're like, what? Why would I want to be Arwina out of all the fucking names?
Well, I settled with Elfelina, so.
Elfelina.
So Sarah
cute.
sets, we got to finish because our phone's going to die. So Sarah sets up this magical world for, like, we literally, she gives us so many drugs and fun
everything we could
and
want.
teas and food and snacks and waters. And then she's also showing us Kardashian pictures.
She was fully
Kardashian.
energetic all night. You're showing us, you're like Pete Davidson and what's her face?
You guys, I like how that stuck out as a moment
because
too.
that was the last. You were so energetic in that moment, and it was like 10 seconds later that you were like, "All right, I'm going to bed."
That's how I am.
It was 12. It was 12.
By the way, we're
And
all
I've been
planning
up since what time, honey? 7:30.
We're also
You weren't up at
planning.
7:30.
Yes, I was.
We all slept in the same bed last.
Like pigs in a blanket, all like lined
The
up.
plan is to all go to bed together at some point, so I thought we'd all be up late and kind of having
Hanging.
that
Same.
experience
Of
together,
course.
lying in the bed, staying up late, like talking about our dreams.
Any
which we
normal
did,
person
but-
would, but the way Sarah shuts down a party when she goes to bed, dude, she turned off all the lights in the house. The music's off. She closed these curtains. She really like shuts out the world and like
When I tell you,
completely
I have
changed.
to do that.
It put such a damper on the mood that Kim and I
guys.
felt like we never met before.
Me and Alex
We
were
barely-
silent next to
We had no idea what to say to each other.
It almost felt like we had met.
The whole night we talked about how you were gone and we wished you were coming back. It was all we
I was
knew.
so tired.
You know what I was saying?
I was
said,
so tired. You guys were also
It
on
felt
acid
like-
and I wasn't.
It felt like you had introduced us to each other.
Yeah, it
Like,
felt like
our
we
friend
met that day and then you went to bed early.
It was crazy. We said I'd never met you before. I can't even look you in the eye. It's awkward for me.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I was texting you.
I know, she was texting me. She goes, this is a picture of my elf crown in the ear. She goes, for you, my queen.
Yeah, we retired the crown and the ears for the night.
We took it off for you.
But this morning, you guys both put
Now
on the
you're
ears again.
reading the text and not giving us even a look.
Wow.
was
she didn't even give us, and we were on acid. We go, she didn't even give us a ha-ha.
I think she could hear us from here, but I'm not sure. I think she's just awake listening
And then
to us.
she kept saying that, but then hours would go by and you'd hear her go, Bofo, you want a treat?
Oh, this is-
and you can hear her every time she gets up. She's not tired, dude. She's just like doesn't want to be near
I'm
us.
tired.
No, you're not.
Well, because this is how I operate, dude. I give out energy and then I need to.
She was like
I'm like, I go hard
socially
and then I
tired.
need to do this.
That's a thing that we don't know.
You guys
I
don't get like that.
No,
You're
she
so
She was
lucky.
tired of us.
Yeah, I don't get it. We're so fun.
No, I just like needed to be in bed.
And we would finally like strike up a conversation, me and Kim, like we're on an awkward first date, and then we'd hear Sarah creeping to the bathroom
And we'd
again.
both
We'd be
go,
like, she's up. You think she's coming to us?
And then you'd hear, Bofo, roll over.
I did.
You
Bofo.
Dude, I went to go to the bathroom at one point, and I heard Sarah go, "Pop, you want a treat?"
I said, not this bitch up giving her dog treats and not hanging out with us.
Lights off in the whole house. We're stuck outside now. We can't go in the house because
No,
Sarah's using the whole house to sleep.
Yeah.
No, you guys.
Yes.
You guys are shaming me for resting.
Yeah, because this was supposed to be a sleepover. And it was like
hours do you need me for?
It was
you
like-
had me from 7:30
She took 3 hours to herself at our sleepover and never slept.
I needed it.
I know she did. No,
I
needed it,
believe you,
honey.
honey. I believe you did.
I did need it.
And the way I get angry when she needs rest is unwell as well.
I mean, yeah.
I'm like, yeah. It's like I'm like her girlfriend and I'm cheating on her with sleep. That's how it feels.
the way disappointed 100 times you were trying to hang out with us and you're like, no, I really think I am tired. I can't. We were gaslighting you, being like, you're not tired.
They were gaslighting me nonstop. Kim gaslights me whenever I'm tired. She's like, you're not tired. You just say you're tired and you're really not. And I'm like, no, I'm tired and I feel
this bitch,
introverted.
This bitch
I
sleeps.
feel introverted.
She sleeps 10 hours. She wakes up. I'm tired. We do a podcast. I'm tired. I said, you're not tired, bitch. You're just there's space.
There's a difference between tired and sleepy. She's just sleepy.
She's not even sleepy. Let me tell you, she's just not doing something. So she thinks the alternate to just living, like if she's not like, you see how she's also all day doing chores.
Yeah.
In between all the beaches, she needs to stop at a Rite Aid. We got to go.
I did some laundry last night.
She did a full load of laundry. She got a pap smear. We went to the DMV. We went to and got her. She wanted to go get the TSA pre-check at the airport. So we had to go do an airport
She
interview.
renewed her passport.
She renewed her passport. The things that she does in
Swung
between.
by the post office.
So yeah, of course you're tired. You don't stop moving. It's kind of like you.
I'm a hummingbird. I put a lot of energy like this, and then that's it.
And then when you stop moving, you fall to the floor.
Yeah.
And it's like, can you just hang out with us?
No. Because I need to be doing something. Or sleeping. I got 2 modes, honey. Sleep, kook. That's 3. Sleep, kook, and what's-
business.
And
Dude, we wanted you to kook for longer.
We wanted you to kook. We're
I don't
angry
kook
about it.
often, but when I kook hard.
But you did wake up and join us for a smoke, and then we went back and laid in bed for a little, which was fun again.
It was so much fun. We talked about our dreams and freaked each other out before bed.
Yes.
We all go dreaming in the same place.
Sarah and I dream in the exact same place where I said it's like a casino and a mall, and then Sarah said that's crazy because
The only thing that
there's actually no hint of a casino or a mall. I just know that I'm there, and the only thing that's there is an escalator.
And it's
when,
so specific.
when Sarah said, yeah, the casino and the mall, but there's only an escalator, I flipped the fuck out, dude. I think that this is a simulation, and I think that there's a certain level of like rendering on when we're awake, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then within the dream world that they also have to simulate, there's like a lower level of rendering. But we all go to the same spots. We just like it's so low level that we have trouble figuring out when we're awake that we're all going to the same spot when we're asleep.
Acid Alex figured out dreams on acid last night. Is
the way you explained it.
I truly think that's the thing. I think it has to be a simulation. Why are we going to the same dream places?
The video game
like so specific, and why would we be in the same place?
The video game version of that is if you're playing Call of Duty and it's the loading screen. You go to a different map every time, but there's the same 5 maps. So every time the game is loading, you're at this map and you get to practice play before you go into the real game.
I think we should stop and start the video again because we have another 20 that we don't want to lose.
Okay.
Sorry.
And then we should end it soon.
Yeah.
I think we should just
We could get in another 5, I think.
Real quick, I need to mention the way Sarah can sleep in the heat.
Hold on, stop and start the video because I'm paranoid.
Dragging me and roasting me for how I sleep, how I live, how I breathe, how I eat, how I fart.
Stop it.
We're not done with the roast.
All right.
So this bitch sleeps in the heat. This bitch can sleep in some heat.
Okay,
honey.
yes, it's an issue in my relationship. It was until we got the 8 sleep, and he can make his side of the bed cold, and I can make mine warm. But he calls my side of the bed the equator because every time he comes over, it's like all sweaty and
it's wet.
hot.
Yeah, he says that she sleeps wet.
yeah, he says I wake up and I have like sweat.
It was
and my
like
hair is,
75
stuck
in the room at least.
No, it was easily like 80.
I like
the
having,
room was like,
and we're all
you
in
were
one bed
talking.
together.
You were having goblin-like chatter in the night, dude. You're
Yeah.
like, no. I'm like, well, I can't hear it anymore. So I put on the heat to drown out you to sleep talking.
yeah, I talk a little in my sleep, and it's always panicked.
Dude.
It is. It's like an anxiety crisis.
Story of my life. It's crazy. I was saying it's crazy when you go to sleep, you just have anxiety for 8 hours, and then you wake up and you go, I feel great. Time to start my day.
Yeah, we had so much fun talking about dreams last night. Also, the fact that Sarah, even when we were talking about dreams and nightmares or whatever, we're talking about this hotel we all go to, and at a certain point, Sarah goes, "Yeah, but the room is nice there."
And I was like, not her wanting to go to sleep in her dreams.
Trying to sleep.
No, it's true. You go to sleep so you could dream about looking for a place to go to sleep.
You're in this sleepception.
Isn't that the ultimate goal?
No.
To rest hard
it's-
and feel rejuvenated?
No, because you want to feel rejuvenated to live. The ultimate goal is to live rejuvenated, not to rest rejuvenated.
I live and rest rejuvenated.
You're never rejuvenated when you're awake. I've never seen. Look at you. Look at you, Kurt.
Oh my God! What happened? You just glitched the fuck
She's
out.
tired in one eye.
My eye went full Quasimodo.
You're like a
does
dolphin.
Quasimodo have a lazy eye?
No, I think you're just sleeping half a brain at a time.
I got sunscreen in my eye and my tits are out. Can we wrap the pot up?
I think we have to.
Yeah, but she sleeps in the heat. And I gotta tell you, last night it must have been 82. It was so cold. I woke up in the middle of sleeping, stuck my head in the fridge, and it must have rustled Sarah awake because she woke up and she walked over to the heater, and I felt her turn it on.
No.
And I went, "Did you just turn the heater on?" She goes, "Yeah. Do you want me to turn it higher?" And I said, "No, Sarah. It is." We have the thickest blankets. We're in the hot valley. We're all sunburnt. There's 3 of us in a bed. We're in a room the size of this cave, and the heat is on full blast. I was like,
love being warm and cozy. Like, I think I'm just trying to get back into the womb, to be honest. I just want to be
she's trying to die. I've never seen someone who wants to die more. She wants to die.
I love being in a deep sleep.
No, I mean, I believe her is the thing. I didn't want to believe her all night. I was mad when she went to bed. I was really mad at the power move you pulled on making us feel like we did not know each other. Was what we literally at one point
At the same time went,
we
she's powerful.
She's powerful.
For what she did. You shut the way the party
You
shut
the hang down
she
so hard.
She closed the curtains and pinched them with a clipper. So now we couldn't even see through the cracks inside, dude. Not a light in the house on. Like
Not a flicker.
Not a sound.
It was
It almost
crazy.
felt wrong to talk out
Okay,
loud
you
after.
guys, I think we should wrap up and
We should.
plug our shit because
we gotta go.
today.
We gotta go.
The vultures are coming for us.
Yeah, literally. Okay.
Actual vultures. And I think it's time for
Okay,
this
let's
shirt.
go.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar. And if you love this show, head to gasdigitalnetwork.com and use promo code TOPIX, TOPIX. You get a free trial with access to every single show on Gas Digital on demand, bonus content, live chats, and more. It's so worth doing. Everybody go do it. Other than that, you could catch me on Stick and Portly Watch Rick and Morty every Monday right after Legion of Skanks.
Sarah?
Cool. You can follow me at Princess Shenk. You can subscribe to my podcast, Shenk. If you're not following Broad Topix, do that. Also follow my podcast with Kim, This Bitch. New episodes of that on Monday and Broad Topix on Monday, right? So Monday's a great day.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a fan of comedy, Mondays are fucking for you.
Yep.
And Wednesdays are Shenk. And if you're enjoying these podcasts, leave reviews. Also, Kim and I have a 420 show. Come out to that. We're also going to be at Rec Room on May 13th. Come out to that. June 4th, we're going to be in Bellflower. Come out to that. More dates at Princess Shenk. Subscribe, leave a review. You know where to find me. And what about you?
Hell yeah. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon. Check me out on twitch.tv/QueenCong1. Check out both the podcasts, obviously, Broad Topix, This Bitch. Check out Shenk, really funny podcast. You guys can find me 420 doing the nightcap show with Sara Weinshenk. She mentioned it. Please come out if you're in LA. It's going to be such a fun show. If you don't get tickets now, it's going to be sold out. We're already mostly sold out of the first show. So try and get tickets for the second one. We're going to have a food truck. We're going to be getting high as fuck. We're going to have great comedy. The lineup
Great
is
weed,
fire,
laughing gas
dude.
weed.
Hell yeah, we got some great weed there. 422, I'm doing Shoebox Comedy in LA. 53, I'm an Oxnard at LMU. 513, I'm at the Red Room in Huntington Beach. 521, we have a show with our producer Xavier, but I don't know where.
521?
I think so.
Rec Room.
521, we're at the Rec Room, yes. 527 and 28, I am in Houston, Texas. You guys, I am coming to Houston. If you're in Houston, please come out. I am doing headlining 2 nights in Houston, headlining. Really, really excited. Riot in Houston, 6-4 Bellflower. And yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Titty Cast. This has been so fun.
Titties in Topanga.
Titties in Topanga. We'll see you
Bye.
guys.
Bye.